bought dessert look a little bit more fancy with a slab of chocolate and a kitchen knife. Carefully drag the knife over the back of the chocolate like this to shave off these beautiful delicate curls. And once you've made enough, you can sprinkle them over your dessert. It instantly gives it a high quality, decadent look. And if you want to go one step further, you can also give it a dusting of icing sugar through a fine sieve. If you find your kitchen foil keeps jumping out of the box when you pull it, check to see if the box has these push-in tabs at each end. These hold the roll and keep it inside as you pull out more foil. If you get to the end of a roll, you can use the empty tube to help with cleaning. I'm using masking tape to fix it to the handle of my vacuum cleaner. Then give the end a little squeeze to make it a bit flat. It's now perfect for vacuuming in tight places, like behind radiators, and in places which are hard to get. If you want to clean up a dull copper pan, you can use salt and vinegar. I also soaked this sponge with some vinegar, then gave it a scrub. And it doesn't take long at all for it to look brand new. If you're enjoying this video, I've got loads more amazing life hack videos, kitchen gadgets, cooking ideas, and science experiments, which you can check out on my channel page after, or see the links in the description. If you've got a scratch on a piece of wooden furniture that won't polish out, take a walnut and rub it back and forth across the scratch. And up and down. Then give it a wipe over, and it's as good as gone. If you spill some candle wax on your carpet by mistake, place over a folded up piece of kitchen paper. Then using a warm iron, rub it over the back of the paper to melt the wax and absorb it into the paper. You might need to do this a few times to absorb all the wax, making sure you don't burn the carpet. If you move some heavy furniture and find it's left an imprint in your carpet, you can use a fork to revive it and make it nice and plush again. Sometimes it's easier to give the floor a quick sweep rather than getting the vacuum out. But if you haven't got a dustpan, you can just place a piece of paper on the floor, junk mail works well for this, and sweep your debris onto the page. Then just screw it up and throw it in the bin. If you struggle to bend down, you can fix some double-sided tape to the broom, like this. And once you've finished sweeping, turn it over and use it to collect all the rubbish. It saves you bending over, and when it's full, you can just tear it off. If you're cooking pasta and you find it often sticks together and gets a bit claggy, try adding a little bit of oil into the water while it's cooking. This'll give you lovely, soft, individual strands. No more stuck together lump. Have you got a bottle that you want to clean out, but no bottle brush to help you? Here's a clever trick. Add some rice into the bottle, so it just covers the bottom, then a drop of washing up liquid, and fill it half full. Put the lid back on, and give it a good shake. The grains of rice help to abrade and wash it from the inside. Don't forget to strain out the rice, because you don't want that down your plug hole. And there's our nice, clean bottle. If you've lost your plug, and want to fill up the sink, you can make your own temporary plug out of a slice of potato. Just cut it to size and push it down in, and it's easy enough to remove when you need to. And it holds in the water well. You can use white vinegar to make your own cleaning spray. I'm filling up this old spray bottle with 1 glass of vinegar and 1 glass of water. Then I'm adding in some lemon rind for fragrance. And finally, a couple of drops of washing up liquid. Give it a shake, and it makes a fantastic cleaning spray for your work surface. And it helps clean up water stains on your stainless kitchen sink. If your kettle is full of limescale and covered in water stains, you can pour in a glass of vinegar and almost watch as it disappears. I'm also soaking some kitchen paper in it to help clean the spout, and after it's soaked for a while, wipe it over the outside to clean off any water stains. Then give it a thorough rinse, and it's as good as new. Pretty cool, huh? You can use a 50-50 mix of vinegar and water to make a really good glass cleaning spray. And it can also be used on mirrors too. It leaves them clean and streak-free. And if you want to clean your shower head, pop it into a Ziploc bag and pour in a load of white vinegar. Leaving it to soak like this will break down any limescale and dirt. After 15 minutes or so, give it a rinse and a quick polish, and it's ready to refit. You can use a squirt of baby oil on a cloth to help keep your chromework bright and polished. And it'll also help to repel any water stains. You can prolong the life of a salad bag and help keep it nice and crisp by taking a piece of kitchen paper and tucking it inside of the bag. Store it in the fridge with the paper side down, and it'll help to absorb any moisture, keeping your salad nice and fresh. You can do exactly the same with whole lettuces as well. It really does help. And in a similar way, if you've got a fruit and veg drawer in your fridge, lining it with kitchen paper will help to keep your produce fresh for longer. It also makes it easier to clean the drawer out when you need to, because you can just replace the paper. You can make a soothing drink to help with colds and sore throats by taking a thin slice of ginger and a slice of lemon. Place them in a cup and fill it with hot water. I'm also adding the juice from this piece of lemon and a teaspoon of honey. This revitalizing beverage tastes great. It can help with nausea and relieve cold and flu symptoms. You can make your own natural cough sweets by adding 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of water into a pan. Then add the juice of half a lemon for vitamin C, 1 tablespoon of honey to soothe the sore throat, half a teaspoon of ground ginger to help with the immune system, pain relief and nausea, and finally 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. This helps to reduce phlegm and has antiseptic properties. Heat it all up and let it simmer for about 15 or 20 minutes, stirring it regularly. Then let it cool down for a while. It should be thick, dark and syrupy. Next, spoon it onto some baking paper to make little sweets. If the mixture has cooled down enough, you could use a piping bag, but be careful not to burn yourself. After 20 minutes or so, once they've cooled down and solidified, sprinkle over a dusting of icing sugar. This helps to stop them sticking together. Make sure they're all well coated, and there's our homemade natural cough sweets. Pretty cool, huh? I lined a tin with baking paper and filled it up. Here's a cool trick if you want to remove the paper label from a glass bottle. Instead of soaking it in water, which sometimes does and sometimes doesn't work, fill the bottle with hot water so it's above the label. This will help to soften the glue underneath the paper. Then, after a few minutes, you should be able to just peel the label completely off the bottle. If it's left a sticky residue at all, a gentle scrub with warm soapy water will leave your bottle clean and label-free. If you're making some cookies but haven't got a rolling pin, you can use your bottle instead. You might need to give it a dusting of flour to stop it sticking, but it works really well. And a wine glass makes an excellent cookie cutter. Just remove the excess and lift off the cookie. If you need to roll something to a thin, uniform thickness, you can use a couple of kebab skewers to help. Place your dough in the middle and roll it out like this. The skewers act as a spacer, giving you a beautiful, flat, uniform layer of dough, ready for your cooking recipe. If you've enjoyed this video, you can make sure you don't miss any of my future content by subscribing and ringing the bell. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.